All right, guys, it's Paul Singh, the market speculator with Bulls on Wall Street. Today, we're going to go over the parabolic short. Let me share my screen here with you guys. And we're going to go over FCX, which, if you've been following the blog, you know it was a long position, and now we've reversed it for a short over in the Swing Trade Report. And if you want to become a member really quickly, just go to Swing Alerts here. And you can sign up for a monthly $99 plan, but then there's some great quarterly and annual plans, 50% off the annual plan, 32% off the quarterly plan. To be honest, I couldn't believe it when they did this, and I actually talked to them about not doing the annual plan at this rate, but we're going to test it out and see how it goes. So it ends up being 49 bucks a month. So you might want to check that out. There's a daily video. You get my trade alerts, go over my focus list, what I'm looking to trade, and market analysis. Now let's get back to the parabolic short. Now, a few months ago, I did a video here that's free to everyone on parabolic short setup, and this is a video, but you can see the setup here, big run up, inverted hammer here, and then we got the big flush, and run has run all the way down here to 5 or 6. We took profits a lot earlier here, but this is a good example of that setup. If you haven't already, go check it out in the blog, how to swing trade the parabolic short setup. I'll have a link to it in the blog post. But recently we took profits here this morning in FCX. And the setup here, I'm still very bullish on commodities. They've bottomed out here after a huge run. We can even go back further than this. This is the yearly, we can see FCX was up at 65 back in 2011 and was now hitting 5. So way oversold, and we were looking for a bottoming formation. It finally came in, and we traded this thing to the upside. And then last Friday, the market was very extended. We had a run here from 182 to 200, and if we look at the T2 108 indicator, which indicates the amount of stocks above the 40-day moving average on Telechart. Other charting software has something similar. But going back to, I won't pull it up here, but going back to 2011 or 2012, this is the highest level it's been, meaning the market is very overbought. So I took that as an opportunity to shorten up on my long positions. We had some really nice runs here in SPY, FCX, Chipotle, Energy, and a few others in here, and we took profits in there. And I was long FCX, but got extremely extended here and set up for a parabolic short. So same day I got out, I actually went short here. We got the inverted hammer. Basically, I'm looking for something, a steep move up. I'm not looking for consolidations or stair steps up. I want a big move up. And this thing ran from 350 to 10, almost a 200% move here. Actually, did get almost a 300% move here. So that interested me a lot here. Now I'm looking for the signal on parabolic shorts. You never want to just jump in because these things can run. I mean, we had 100% up at 7, but that was not a good short position, even though we were up 100% here. Factoring the entire market, and that helps when you have the market behind you being extended. And we got the inverted hammer here. That was our signal, and there was some intraday stuff also going on that got me in here, which we don't have time to get into detail here, but entered here up in the upper 9s here. Now I was asked, why didn't you end up shorting up here at 10? And because at this point, we don't know if it's going to keep running. I need the signal. So I'd rather give up a little and get confirmation, because this bar could have ended up like this one here, and I wouldn't have liked that. So I want to see weakness going into the close. We got in at around 970 something. Today took the first profit as we touched the 9 here and got down to about 8. It actually got down to about 850 something. We got out at 863. Now that's a partial. I learned my lesson from the stock I just showed you, Run, where I took a full profit, which is a great gain, but I could have double or tripled the gain on that one if I rode it through. So what I'm doing here is taking a partial. I've locked in an awesome profit here, a point on a 970 stock. So I'm looking at about a 15% gain already within just a couple of days here. And now, some of the more conservative swings, I'm happy to get 15% in a few months. And here, within a couple of days, we got 15%, took half off. I'm moving my stop up here maybe to around 950 rather than 1050 where it was before. The idea being that if it does get above 950, it's going to rebound here. So move my stop up. Now we're going to look for some follow through in the coming days. Maybe 8, maybe 750, somewhere in there. So that is the parabolic short setup. I'm actually in a couple of more. In the trade report, I'm also in X. X I got in around 1330 and 1270, somewhere in there. And now we're down to about 1229. I'm looking at 1150. Again, I'm kind of using the 9 here as 9 has been good support on things that are ramping that want to hold. So I'm going to take a partial at 9 at least, and then see if we can get a bigger move here. So this one's still in play, and I think this one, whereas FCX, the trade is probably over, but in X, you might be able to get an entry in here. You can't manage the risk quite as well. But I do like it here, so I think it's going to continue. I'm going to look for getting out here at around 1150 and then maybe a bigger move. And I'm actually, I trade a more aggressive account that trade report members know about, but I don't use it. Send alerts out for this one. BRZU, which is Brazil, has also ramped up much like commodities. I'm looking for a pullback in there, but I don't think it's as safe as X and FCX, so I'm not using that one in the trade report. And also Joy, very similar pattern here. And Joy is farm, so it's in the commodity space, farming ag, very similar pattern here. So these are the ones I'm trading. I mean, you can go into energy stocks right now are showing these patterns. If we just pull up a few here, you can see BCEI today. There's a ton of them that were ramping yesterday that are showing this pattern here. These are some smaller ones. There's also some bigger ones here. National Oil, Varco, a $30+ stock. You can see doing the same thing, and I haven't even checked, but I'm assuming the oil and gas companies are doing the same thing. Here's BP. Let's look at CVX. Very similar here, not quite as extreme. So I would use some of the oil and gas plays. You could even use something like ERX, which I was long, but now similar pattern there. So that's the parabolic short setup. Again, take a look at my old blog post here, which goes over run. This was a really nice one back in December. And then if you're interested in trade alerts, if you're interested, not even just trade alerts, but just understanding what I do, listening to my videos every day, cutting down the time it takes for you to analyze the market, go ahead and sign up here. We don't offer monthly free trials anymore, so you can look at the blog posts and stuff. Those are still free. We put a lot of free content out. But for the report, either the monthly plan or this annual plan, which again is a fantastic rate there. So that's it. I'll update you guys with the FCX and X trades maybe later in the week, and we'll see how those end up playing out.